Hey boys and girls, we're back with art and we have our line art that we did last time and we're going to continue to work on that. We have today watercolors with a brush and some water. So let's look at our watercolors. So our watercolors are made up of some primary colors, and those primary colors are blue and red and yellow. And those are the colors that every color is made from. Then we have our secondary colors, and blue and yellow would then make green, and red and yellow would make orange, and red and blue would make purple. So those are our secondary colors of purple and green and orange. So now we are going to talk about how some colors are called warm colors and some colors are called cool colors. And let's look at the warm colors first. So the warm colors would be yellow and orange and red. And they're kind of easy to remember as warm because they are like fire. They're the colors of fire. So that kind of reminds us that they are warm colors. Then we have cool colors. We have purple and blue and we have green. And they kind of remind us cool like water and cool like the grass and cool like a night sky. So they kind of remind us of cool things, and so they're called our cool colors. So we're going to go back and forth between a warm color and a cool color and a warm color and a cool color as we paint. So we're going to start at the top because remember we always start at the top so that we can work our way to the bottom and not drag our hand through the paint. We're going to start at the top and we're going to start with a warm color. And so I'm going to start with red. You can start with any of your warm colors that you like. And you're going to paint all on the top of that paper. And stay inside of your lines. And once your paint gets dry, brush gets dry, then you go back into your paint and you keep going. You notice that when you put it back into the paint, it gets a brighter color because you have more color, more paint than you'd have water. So that is a good indicator of that paint, of where you're at. Whether you have enough paint on your brush is if your paint is bright. And try to get to the edges and clean up the edges. Don't leave any white. Clean up all those edges. All right, rinse. And now I'm going to go to a cool color. And I'm going to go to blue. So inside I'm going to paint the blue. And that sure is a pretty blue color. Need more water. Because remember I need a pool. Need a pool for my brush to go jump into. Okay. And keep it going. You don't try to keep up with me. I know I'm painting really fast, so don't worry about that. You can pause the video if you need to catch up. Okay. So now I rinse my brush and I move on to yellow. And the yellow, it doesn't look too bright. I kind of got some green into my yellow. So I'm going to try to get it out. If that happens, you just try to get it out. Okay. My next color, I need to start thinking about what cool color I want to do next. Because yellow is a warm, and then I will jump to cool. Okay, so now I'm going to jump to cool, and I think I'll do green. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Okay, I think I'm going to pause. All right, so I finished the green, and so now I'm going to move on to a warm color. And I'm going to go to the orange, and I'm just going to continue to work down my picture. Oops, I accidentally went into the red. Gotta go back to the orange. Orange is my favorite color. I love the orange on the pumpkins. And it's getting to be pumpkin time. Starting to see pumpkins in the store. Okay, clean up those white spots right there. Alright, so now to rinse and move on to purple, because purple's a pretty color and it is a cool color. So we need to move on to purple. Need more water. Now notice I'm going around the circles because I'm going to save those for a different color to make it more interesting. Okay. So now I'm at the end, so I'm going to end because I want my picture to look balanced. And I've already done all my warm colors. I started at the top with red, and so at the bottom I want to end with red. So it balances, because that's one of our principles of art, is balance. So we want to balance, kind of like a sandwich. It's like this is the bread. So we're going to start with a red and we'll end with a red. Because balance is whatever's on one side is on the other side too. And that helps our eyes and our brain see it in the way we want it to see. So now I'm going to pick a blue, and I'm going to go blue inside of all these circles because I want to give them a color and not just leave them white. Make them interesting. And then I'm going to pick green to go inside of these. All right, there you go, boys and girls. There's the watercolor. Save this, and we will finish it next time. Bye-bye.